this thing. Ooh. Okay. So let's connect. And it's like two different connections. I can do different connection. Different connection. And this kind of ball. Maybe I need to make this sphere. Also we have this area. And this one is close. Probably. So hello, Koiki. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you, Koiki? Here. Where you came from, job? At home? What time is in Japan? See. I have like I have like few time zone in my phone. Welcome back. Oil. Come back. It's at 12 p.m. in New York, 5 p.m. in London, and 6 p.m. in Berlin, and 7 p.m. where I am. 6, 7, yeah. Boston, 12. 1 a.m. in Japan. I'm close to Germany. I would like to live in Japan, honestly. It will be fun. Because I like a lot of stuff. Japan. If not Japan, I would love to move to Canada, work and live in Canada. Because I have a lot of friends in US and Canada, Germany, Hungary, where else? Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Well, yeah. But getting a job, if you want to move to Japan, you need to have. You should probably have. I mean, to get visa in Japan for job, you should be have a like bachelor degree or like more than 5 years in the game industry to get visa in for Japan. Fuji World Cup in Japan. Hmm. Oh wait, that's a rugby. Okay. um, or if I'll have like enough money, I would like to go to school. Why not? That'll be cool. And also, if I'll be in Japan, oh man, this is like a lot of stuff in Japan, like anime figurines. Oh, I love figurines. I love figurines. I would like to collect different figurines, like continue collecting, because I like buying and collecting this stuff. This thing that attracted me. And yeah, ramen. Mmm, yes. Go where? You asking me, Bottle? Where to go? Well, yeah, if I had enough money, I would spend this money for school. So in this case, I will choose Canada, and I will move to Canada for learning English language, plus to get degree, finish the school, you know, and it will be enough time being in Canada to get permit and live in Canada and stay and work. That's easy, and that's all related just for money, you know. If you'll have enough money to move and study, you can stay in Canada, get a job, and be happy. So you can apply the same thing for Japan. You can study, like move to Japan for study, and as long as you study, it's good for you to stay in Japan and live. and get new home. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, if I had money. If this is one small thing. If I had money enough for school for a long period to get all the stuff, you know, then yeah, I will do that. Because I would like to learn more and study. Because I think it's interesting learning new stuff. Computer science. Yeah. Man, why we living in this type of world when everything depends of money, you know? It's weird. And yeah. People make everything difficult for us citizens. Not be free from government. Okay, I need to add another word. And here. So I think it's enough place to put the tail here, right? Separate them two parts. Like big ears and small little thing. I know, I understand that. I understand that. Oh man, yeah, the government too shady. It is. It's a lot of weird thing happening right now. US related to a lot of weird things. Oh, no. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like any convention is really cool. Like you finally can connect with someone, you know, like place when you can hang out with friends and say hi, and it's awesome. Yeah. maybe I will use this thing like just a ball, right? On here, connect it, this thingy, somehow. And the sad part about everything, it's humans, right? We all humans, and some of the humans, like, the, the head is just fucked up. They're crazy. They are crazy. And this is sad because they all sitting on the chairs, you know, that's make me angry about that part. But unfortunately, this is how it works. Not smart people on the chair, but someone who can get on the chair, you know. Oh man. Well, it's anyway. I hope one day this thing will be changed somehow. You know, because it's a huge issue. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. True. All thanks to internet. Thanks to internet to make freedom, at least on the internet, at least for now. But they are learning how to strict internet, how to make it, you know. But at least we have access. And at least they show the truth face for us, and now we see them. And we understand that they lie. Anyway, let's not talk about this shit because, man, it's sad and scary thing. And we can't fix that for now. We need aliens come to the earth and smash the door and say hello. We're going to fix something. Where are the aliens? We need the aliens. Make difference. Why people on the Area 51? Why, like, they visit Area 51, right? Like a convention on the Area 51. Why they not, like, do anything? Like, okay, let's just run and see what's happening. Do they shoot us or not? Like, we are Americans, why shoot us? We are citizens, you know? We should protect us, not kill or something. Let's make different. Let's do something. Because if not if not we do something, who will do that? You know. Because if people not do something, this will never end. A new generation will get birth future. Anyway, how to fix this thing? This freaking ear. It's not ear. I just rotating. I just realized I just rotate the stuff multiple times from different angle. And I do think, but I feel like it's doesn't work. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to add subtool mesh sphere. So let's just add the sphere there. Here it's a sphere. Well, it's a half of the sphere. Half of the sphere. I need to select another one, right? The world have been roasted by missiles. I'm not sure if missiles or war, any war, nuclear war, will help to solve this issue with humans. Not sure. Oh yeah, okay, I see. If they storm Area 51, well, I mean they has like not non-lethal weapon, so they can use that. Like the weapon what you use for scare crowd of people from the distance with waves, like noises, you know. It's easy. Non-lethal weapon. Yeah, true. It's true. And then government will say, oh, they just break the rules, blah blah blah, whatever. It doesn't matter how many people die, right? Who cares about this meat? This is how they think. This is how they thought about that. They don't care. It's not important. It's not a priority to save people. Humans, humans, humans. They need to be smack with flip-flops. Just big flip-flops. Smash. I think I will use ball, right? Discord? Okay. Yeah, Discord. Let me check. Let's hide. That's my hiding regime mode. What's happening? Discord. I'm just doing some noises, I think. Yeah. Nothing interesting in the Discord. It's from my side, yeah. Sorry. Well, someone messaged and the chant, I mean, the server is not muted, so happening. I think I will use this ball, by the way. Like cheating. I will cheat. Just put this ball like a socket, right? And this thing on top of this. Discard. Someone chatting with someone else. Have you ever 3D print any of your work? Yes, I did bust from my friend from Buffalo. So I sculpt the busts, like head, and then I order the bust from, I don't remember the name of the company, so they deliver only in the US, so I choose them because it was really fast and cheap at that time, and they print it and deliver the bust. It's only one thing, but yeah. In my place we don't have good quality 3D printing because it will be cheaper to order from US or from other places to get good quality, and it will be cheaper than my place. But yeah, I would like to print some of these models. That will be your next purchase, 3D print. Okay, it's interesting. And then you will start printing everything, like creating toys, print them. Well, choose carefully which type of 3D printer you are going to purchase, because they are different materials, different scales of printing details. And some of the printer they really annoying because you need to set up um, let's say the printer has this like flat area when it's like start printing, and some of the printers they really picky about the surface, and it should be like perfectly flat, right? Not 1% left, not percent right, because it will be broken when it start printing. It's really annoying. So it's a plastic. Some of this printer which use plastic PVC, or how it calls, I don't know. I really like printers which use resin, like it's like it's not plastic. It's something like plastic plus resin, rubber or something, you know. Um, and it's really good quality, and it saves all the details. It's like gray resin. It's really cool, man. So really good quality of like if you're going to use resin, because as I saw from zBrush Central, or like artists who work in the movies or somewhere else, they order that type of printer for printing with resin to get really good quality, and then you can just um, paint on top. So the good example of that, it's another guy on Twitch. It's his name is John Tron Nickel, the Hazardos. So this guy from New Zealand, he did this stuff like he make anime figurines and then print them, and then another artist paint on top, and like make this figurine fully color red, but he used resin. Yeah. Ever seen the movie The Equalizer with Denzel Washington? Is it old one? If it's something old, then maybe yes. If it's something new, then no. Because nowadays, any movies right now, they just too silly and boring to me, and I prefer watching some TV show. Because TV show nowadays better than movies. But I will try to Google right now this, because sometimes I don't remember the name, and the better way just see visually. Maybe I saw this. Let me see that. Let me just click on something. No, internet is good. All right, just me. No music. Let's see. Well, maybe not. I think I no. Is it some like cop stories about cop or something like that? I don't remember the face. He looks like a character from Punisher. I'm actually start watching Punisher, but I watched about like 2 or 3 seasons and then I stopped because it's turned to boring things. But I really love the game, the Punisher. Oh, it's a CIA agent. Interesting. That's really interesting. Two years ago, you print 3D models out area. I see. Wait, lamb? How the printer call? Is it lamb? Do you mean like huge printer? Not huge one. It's some like, for printing buildings, right? This one? This printer? If you say they print the area, which means it's scale different, it's bigger than, it's close to the building, or it's just small one, like a maquette or something. If it's big one for like printing buildings or walls, I saw this printer once in the news. It was a long time ago. When they talk about, oh, we going to the moon and or to the Mars and build an area with using printer and blah blah blah. Okay. Cool. Humans. Humans, they go to the Mars and build the same shit what they built in the Earth with the same corporations and all this crappy stuff. We need own society. I'm waiting for new season of Mr. Robot. It's the last season. Okay, this socket will be here. Let's think. I need to duplicate this one because I'm talking too much and select that. Move to the center and make this a bit bigger because I want to cut the stuff and make one socket in another one, right? Maya has crashed on me 3 times last hour. Oh, what you did with Maya. Maya don't like that. Maya wants work with low resolution or something. My Maya doesn't do that too much for me. And I has like autosave every 3 or 5 minutes, because when, or maybe 3 2 minutes, every 3 2 minutes I have like autosave, because I work really fast on Maya and I like to save everything. But if it's crash, I try to remember what I did and try to not do that again. Oh, it's a V-Ray. You're late. I never try V-Ray. Maya. I use what I use in Maya. I use Redshift. I like Redshift for rendering. So I try trial version of Redshift, or I tried some of this like old version of Redshift, and that time I work on the character, that fox character, like huge fluffy big muscle fox character. And then I saw new update for new Redshift, and it was like a lot of stuff what I really need to get, because without that I can't replicate this thing in Photoshop. So it will be just one click in Redshift. So because of that I just get the license of Redshift. Plus I really enjoy that, and I have a few plugins for Redshift. I bought like spent $5 for getting tools for Maya, so it's really easy to set up lighting. It's just like one click. Wait, I will show you, because it's super fast and you enjoy the process, you enjoy the work. You don't need to spend hours or day to build different settings for light, because you won't just test this thing and see like how light works with your character or what you want to get, but you don't know, so you need to spend a lot of time of doing that, and without like proper tool it will be painful and nightmare to do that. And let's see, so I will show you. So I have this redshift thingy, right? So let's set up the redshift, and I click wrong button because it started rendering. I need to open the settings first of the redshift. Hello redshift. It's loading Maya. Yeah, Maya is loading. Also, it's doing something. Need cancel. Select tool. Cancel. Okay. Is it cancelled? What's happening, Maya? Let's refresh. Alright, he's just trying to render. Okay. So smart. Alright, open the settings first and go down to the menu, enable default lighting because we don't need the lighting on the default scene. Switch to what is this? Yeah, EXR, and switch to this. Go to here, go to low resolution. So we don't want to render like clean version, so I'm going to use that one, like ER AP render. Going here, switch to brute force. Alright, here is done. Now I have my plugin right here. So let's create polygons. Okay. So I have this thing, right? Like boxes, sphere. Right? Alright, we have some geometry in the redshift, so I'm going to use my script. This is really simple script. We have materials right here. So I'm selecting the area. I can create my own light. So this basically replicate the same settings from the right panel, right? When you need to do something. Wait, I need to apply material first. Create material, yeah, this is material. So I select everything, create, it's applied. So I can just click on the object and go here and select here and see like color, like roughness and all the stuff. I can do that here, or just use this thing to do the same stuff and like manage everything in one place. Directional light, HDR. If I don't need that, so let's create light. What I have presets. So it's a HDR, it's like free HDR light. Let's make this small. And this one a bit small. So it's a presets with different settings. It's a lot of like different settings. It's good. Right, let's see where this thing. So I have like background. I can load my background right here. And then I say like, okay, let's render this. So first one will be a bit longer because it's like calculating all the stuff. Okay, render is done. It's dark because no HDR, no light. Click on this one, right? We selecting different HDR. It's done. It's on your hard drive and you need just select it. And it's here on the center of the scene. And there you go. We are switching, selecting what you like, what you don't like. Right, okay. What I need. I want this thing. Cool. Let's add this stuff to present your character, present your work. Right? Alright, let's choose this. And then let's switch to the light. We have different settings for the light. And you can see this light on the scene. Here. You can like add different light on it to this scene. And it's easy to manipulate because on the left shift you have this package and all the light is here. You can just copy paste you need, right? Okay, go back to this and hide that. Go back to this one. Just want to make this bigger. Connect to left side. And that's it. What you need to do, just click on the light and light will appear as the settings for the light. So this is how it's simple. And when I work on this character, like Fox character, the model was really heavy because decimated, but has a lot of textures, and it was UDIM textures. And for doing that, I just bought this small script which make my life easier to work. I can switch to different light. I can rotate the light to different angle. I can apply the instant, like how dense the light will be, right? I can reset it in one click. It's easy. I don't need to go to the right side of the menu, try to find where the settings in Maya. I just click on it and switch the light. And it's a lot of different presets. That's super easy. You can add your own light settings, presets. You can save them. You can download another HDR light and put to the folder, and they will appear here. Done. So I don't need to spend months or, you know, not sleeping for a few days to set up this stuff. So I just bought this, spending $5 to get it. This wonderful preset like settings for Redshift, and because of that I bought the Redshift because I enjoy the process. I do art, you know. I don't like thinking, oh, all right, let's just see where the light is here. Oh, cool, let's just create another light. Let's see, wait, or like this scene. Let's say I want a camera being here, and I'm going to say, where's create camera? Okay, create camera from view. Create camera from view, and now I can just manipulate with light, right? I can make a bigger, smaller, copy, like duplicate, move to different angle. Well, for me, I usually use like right side of the menu, and then like try to add something. That's really simple, really fast. Well, basically I don't use create from camera because I need to see this camera visually, because I need to set up the camera to different angle and lens, and it's done. It's super fast, and this is what I like it. At first time I thought like, oh wait, let's just render this thing in K-shot. I like the K-shot, but it's too slow, and it's rendering slow, especially light, so you need to eyeball each pixels to understand where's the light, and this is annoying. But it's good if you're doing like weapons and stuff, and the process of texturing the model without UVs in K-shot is really good, but the render is slow. So Redshift GPU based render, and it's good, really good. I like it. I enjoy the process, and by enjoying this process, you can get like different result. You can get new idea about what you want. Is it video game or it's a TV show? It's a HDR, so you can switch the show or hide HDR with the render. So, yep. You can mix all the slide in one scene, and it's million, also not million, but enough settings to get what you want in one click. And then maybe just change something, add more light, or change the color of the lights or something like that. And also, let's see, so let's say I like this one, right? I really like this render, for example, and finish the render. Maybe let's add more light, and let's switch to another camera which I create from perspective, I think. Yeah, but that's not visual. See that? Let's move this thing here. Let's say this render is done, right? For Redshift we have settings and we have loot, like filters. I download a lot of different filters, like different loots from movies. Let's see where this thing. Redshift data. Here, loots here. Alright, done. And now I can just enjoy the process to choose whatever I like. Okay, let's choose alien. And they have like different camera, like red, log, Alex. There you go. You can adjust your color. You have color control. You can reduce light, like let's say you don't have like over like pure life pure white light. You don't need that, right? You can change this thing. You can add bloom from the light. Flare. The flare will be, yeah, so this thing. So you can get really easy, really fast. You can get the result really fast and easy way without, like, annoying, without any, like, annoying things you can get. So, and by doing that, you can do the same thing in Photoshop, because in Photoshop will be, like, really difficult to replicate some of this thing. Wait, there's a star thing, but it's not enough light, or what happening? It's a really cool tool. Well, I will say it's a really cool toy, because, you enjoy the process. Creation. There we go. Like this thing, and you can rotate them or change how much stars you're going to see. Yeah, all these effects and stuff, you can enjoy them. And also these LUTs you can apply in Photoshop. In Maya you can just test them, like what you want, what you would like to see, what the mood of the scene. Yeah, it is. And I'm using laptop. I'm on laptop. And I like the process because it's fast. I don't have any annoying thing. I don't need to, like, go into menu and another menu and another menu. I don't want to do that. I just, play the game, set up the light, click on button, change light, add details. And this is cool. This is how art should be. This is art, how, you know what I'm trying to say. The same thing for this one. Like this fox. So I test this thing, and at night when I try to render this picture, I watch movie Aliens, like Alien 3, I guess. And I'm like, oh, I'm on this mode at night. Let's turn this character to the alien thing. Well, at least trying to do this, to make this feeling something, I don't know, like mystical. And this character was really heavy. And if I'll do this character in K-Shot, well, K-Shot will die because it's CPU and my laptop will be on fire, I think. And it's too slow. Or this guy. So by testing like different light and setup and presets, I can like make different things. Plus it's really fast to render like that type of picture, right? To get like your high poly model. Like this thing. This one all in with Redshift. It's fast. It's easy. If I will do the same thing in K-Shot, I will spend maybe more than 1 day just prepare one picture, because K-Shot render is slow and you can't see any details before it's not finish the render. So yeah, it's super fast. Yeah, and it's fun. I think it's like it's first time when I feel fun to use light and render and enjoy the process, and testing things and experimenting. which make you like different angle of view of this art, a new idea how you would like to change thing, or like you render the face and see, oh, this looks not enough, I need to put more details, or oh, I like this thing, I like how light is like playing, or like shading. So it's like, you know, it's good. It's fun. This is fun. And this is what I like about um, what I like. Actually, I not really like game art than something what you can create really fast and easy way, like spending day or 2 days of doing something and get good result. But for video games, it's too long. But for movies, you don't need to worry about topology, not too much. For UV, forget about UV, use UDIMs, that's it. And you can create really fast something and see the result and play with this. And it's good because it's good when some of that type of software using GPU. And the funny part about all this stuff, it's wait. Well, I will quote as I remember the correct words for that. I will quote Joel what he said. He said like we have a lot of GPU uh, like render based on the GPU, like rendering video games, but nobody uses this GPU and all the system to make art. Nobody use all this technology to make art. I'm a reference to another software, it's a touch designer, which uses GPU for rendering, and it's really fast. But it's a different system. And again, I'm just forget what I'm doing. Forget what I'm doing. And also wait, I will show you another thing about like GPU. I mean not GPU, about CPU. Wait, about GPU, not CPU. It's not GPU. Just really fast. It's about NVIDIA, and it's just. Can I use my zBrush, please? Oh, okay. Okay, where? Oh, I think. So this one is a touch designer, and it's for visual art and design. And the touch designer was used on movie Alien Covenant to replicate physically all this like crazy sci-fi computers, panels and buttons, and you know all this crazy computers in sci-fi movie. So they built all this stuff, all the design and GUI in touch designer and make this work in real life. So in real life you have like touch screen and it's like loading this type of game. I mean visually just all these panels, and you can click it and manipulate them, you know. So this thing what I'm showing, it's NVIDIA, not NVIDIA Flow, it's wait, what is this? Remember? It's a Flex, yeah, it's a NVIDIA Flex. So it's using NVIDIA technology, like particle system, right? So this is, wait, I need to click here. Yeah. So this is particles. And I'm just moving my mouse because I manipulate this box with mouse, and under the box I has this collider with collision to make it bouncing and jumping. I mean, it's just a test scene, right? To show the particles how they work, and it's just a half of the thing. So this is Flex from NVIDIA, and we have like different settings, adhesive. You can apply it and see what's happening with these particles, but it's not like full settings of it, because you need to open the C++ file and turn on all the particles settings what NVIDIA has in the file, and then recompilate and apply, and you will get everything. So yeah, this is real time, so I can dump a lot of particles here, and it will be real time thing. How about that? And you can make art. Like deadmau5 do the same thing. He did this with Touch Designer, moving from Cinema 4D, because in Cinema 4D you're using CPU. I mean, you're using GPU for rendering, but you need like home render. Wait, how we call this? Render what? Firm, yeah, to render all these things, and it's take a lot of time for rendering if it's something moving. Velocity. So, and because of that, I really went back to Touch Designer and try to fix this file to make, like, unlock all the system, like all the particle system for NVIDIA, to play with this stuff, because it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, you can make the stuff bigger with particles. You can like change these boxes to something else and make this thing liquid. You can apply like sensors to this thing, like any sensors, like everything what you can connect to your PC. Render farm. Oh yeah, this thing. So anyway, yeah, can make art here. And I have a lot testing things here. some just testing, and it's just a sketches to remember what to do here, like how to make this thing. Because sometimes if you don't work with this stuff, you can forget everything. It's really easy because it's the same as Substance Designer. Like you have like node systems, and if you don't use node systems, you don't remember how they call, what the name, what they do, how to make things. It's a lot of different like scenes, and you can render this stuff here. It's PBR also. You can apply textures from Substance Painter if you need. If you want to get something like that, you have like different particles system. They are not NVIDIA particles, but something like different. But also you can use particles from NVIDIA. So all the stuff I just built for testing and see how it works and try to learn. It's just an apple. It's a 3D apple decimated and apply on top of it some effects. So it's an apple. And this is 3D apple in 3D space. Back, feedback, cube, it's another thing. The geometry, this is geometry. This is apple with noises. So yeah, it's really fun thing. Touch designer. It's a really fun thing. Some art. But I don't have too much time to do that. It's another particles system. This one is fun because you have these particles and it's actually not particles, it's just a cube. So I can change the scale of the cube. Oh, it's too small. There we go. Here. Just particles. Numbers. I mean, it is particles right here, but for each particles I apply physical 3D cube and it's rendering and it's moving with particles. And here I have like two spheres. One sphere it's an emitter and another one it's attractor for emitter, you know. So yeah, you can do a lot of crazy stuff. Look at this, it's a numbers. It's each particles has own numbers. Oh, you can sort each numbers as you want, separate them if you need, or you can you know, it's like a 3D thing, because like cube has own normals and each how we call this normal freak, how we call this thing, like each, my brain doesn't work, vertex color, not, it's a number vertex number, yeah, I think it's a vertex number, right? So you can separate each numbers as a like vertex as a number and apply on it and like do something. So anyway, oh, like this one. This is what I'm trying to say. So it's just a circle with 7 division. I can change the division, and each number it's like separate, not particle, separate vertex, right? And for each vertex you can apply different things, like this cube. So it's just one cube, and you can change the scale of the cube. Or you just change this thing, like this circle. You can change the circle to something else. You can create your own like curve from in Maya and then export to this thing, and you know, then play with this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And also you can use C++ and Python in Touch Designer to create, let's say it helps create art faster. Because you basically can create like few lines of the code and translate into something crazy. Let's say like that. Then just trying to put a lot of dozen nodes, combine them, and then you will get the same result. Yeah, another toy. Yes, that's another toy. And it's a good thing to think about all these tools as a toy and what you can do with them. Not only think, oh, this is ZBrush, I can do only this thing, like, but if you will ask like what you can like also do in ZBrush, then just creating 3D stuff, because in ZBrush you can create alpha map, and using ZBrush as a 2D editing software and drawing pictures like with oil. Yeah. Yep. What I'm doing? I need to fix this thing. I need to add this thing today. Now. Right, this thing connecting to this thing. And I think if I trying to explain something, what's happening is in my mind, and sometimes it's impossible to explain, and then I start messing words and things, and it's hard. I'm also thinking about try to use Cinema 4D for visual design, because you can like edit video and put some graphics on top of the video and targeting the video, and apply like, oh, let's say like on top of the face and to the neck it will be like projecting some screen or something, like CG screen, and you can like track your face on Cinema CD and apply all this stuff and render or apply some filters and make like cool things. You know, you're projecting my pain. Or like, let's say, not video from real life. Be, maybe you will get the same video from rendering your scene with your character moving, jumping, right? But on top of it, you will add another details uh, with this stuff, you know. With, you know, it will be much easier, I think, than just editing on top another polygons with alpha map. Well, that's weird. I think it's not how it works. It's not flexible. It's not fast. And I want to try some of this stuff. I really want, because I can mix this together and get something new. I feel like sometimes I can't speak English. It's like a Doctor Disrespect about Fortnite. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, not that good. Not that good. It should be better, but you know. Well, it's the same as in art. Like, if you're not practicing doing this all the time, you can forget something or don't use some of the word what you would like to know. But sometimes your brain say, "Oh yeah, I don't remember how to say. I remember something, but I don't remember because we don't use this word too much or enough to repeat it or something." Or sometimes your brain like, "Oh, I don't remember how to say that either on own language." Sorry, not today. Now you need to struggle to explain to someone something what you don't remember how to explain to yourself. Like a potato artist. It's like, hey, don't speak with this artist. It's fine. You don't know how to talk. Just give him computer, chair, and let him make art. That's all what you know how to do. Yeah, that's right. Buttle. Use it or lose it. Use it or lose it. Well, it's a lot of job actually. I mean, like how many? I mean, like from different software. Sometimes I don't remember the hotkey, or I don't remember how to do things in Maya, and I'm just googling again and see like watch tutorials how to do stuff. And it's happened every time when I just don't do that for you know Spanish. Yeah, that's hard. But it's funny because like you still has uh, muscle memory, right? last time when I play on piano or and on accordion, it was maybe 15 or 40 years ago, but I still remember, my fingers still remember how to move to play, so it's a muscle memory, right? I think it's the same when you're talking and try to change the voice or make a noise. It's still muscle memory, and it's it's keeping with you the memory. But when you try to remember something like different what you're not touching, it's completely different. It's a different story. Hmm. I hope some days someone like Elon Musk will create some implants for brain to make your memory um, faster to remember stuff and keep it in mind for a long period of time. That will be awesome to train your brain by using some of these implants, or using this implant as a like hard driver SSD. That will be much easier, easiest way. But then we will get some school. We will test each person like if they use some of these implants, because it's easy to use and easy to graduate, you know, do not using your like real brain, human brain. It's like, oh, you cheating. All right, let's use some EM machine to, you know, to mute all these implants in school. Then people can use own brains and not cheating on the exams. But actually, yeah, if this chip will be enough protected from EM, like electricity thingy, like thunderstorm, what if you will be um, hit with light and the thunder? If you has this implant in your head, well, I think you can create some of this part and not be dielectric. Some of this thing they still you like electric. They hmm. Anyway, that's not my problem to develop this stuff. I'm thinking about this. It's not my job. Okay, I'm just editing some supports, loop supports, because I don't really want to use dynamic subdivision here. I just want to use some loops. Oh, by the way, I have a question. Do you know about Verizon and 5G, right? I don't remember the name of a company who wants to put like dozens antennas with 5G. Did they win um, listing? I remember they get like lawsuit about this thing. Like, no, it's you can't do that because you will be microwave, you know. Because 5G, it's like a microwave. You will be microwaved like a chicken, like an egg. Well, egg die with a normal phone, like an old cell phone. If you put egg close to the cell phone. But this 5G, it's something like not useful. It's not like get you like huge speed, and it's only will be close to the this antenna. If you will stay close to the antenna, yeah, you will get like insanely fast internet and connection, but it's only really close. If you will go away from few meters, you will lose the connection. Like the speed, it will be like regular speed, which means they want to spend a lot of money to put a lot of antenna close to each other and just crowd whole city with this stuff, which means it will be weird, weird things, what people would like to do. 5G. It's not good enough. This 5G, and it's not safe for people. Take your time. And humans. Humans, humans, humans. Like playing video games in 20s or 80s and playing some sci-fi video games with crazy things happening. But nowadays, when you see these pictures happening, it's just thanks, we don't want that. Actually, Cyberpunk 2077 will be it next year, right? Hmm. Next year. Really soon. Not this one. mesh that part. Mesh. Smooth brush. But yeah, I would like to play some cyberpunk game. Some really good cyberpunk game. The music is stop, I think, just because I need to click OK. And zBrush is saving. Look at this thing. I just switched to browser and saving. How smart is that? Well, it's not annoying anymore, right? Because it's saving the progress. That's good. Because I don't need to click on the button, but at the same time it's keeping all this cache on the driver, so I need to clean it and click on the button delete. Quick save files. Which means I need to save the file before doing that. But I will do this soon. I just want to smooth this angle. This edge. Smooth. It be perfect. Not too sharp. Because it's not sharp. This one sharp. Clean. Edge. It's kind of flat looking edge. Oops. Like a Bob Ross. feel like Fallout 76 is old right now. Which means like, oh, where's the new Fallout? Actually, I need to play Fallout. Well, I will play. Just finish listening first. Maybe Minecraft. Actually, I didn't play Minecraft. Right. But the first time when I played Minecraft, it was really interesting. Fun time. And I saw how Notch stream on Twitch on wait, how I call this, Justin TV, right? Justin TV, before it's was renamed to Twitch. I remember this time when Notch stream show how work on the game. That was interesting and weird, like, oh, this guy just programming something, working on the game every day, like a job. Oh, it's a job. And then after a few years he dropped the game. Everyone just go crazy. Wait, we did this. Relation. That was actually a good time. I mean, interesting. Right? Who is here? Hello, 3D Iwist. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I'm working on the character. It's a bunny character from Zootopia. And the character done by 2D artists. Like this one. If you are interested in this, there. It's a Nick and Judy by Subaru Kim. And I'm translating. It's super low. Well, maybe because I'm quiet, I think. Right? Am I quiet? I'm just mumbling. Sorry about that. Thank you for the follow. And thank you. This is character. When I'm working. It's a Judy from Zootopia by Subaru Kim. And I'm translating this character into 3D to get the game model. So a lot of work is done, but for now I just like editing details and try to understand how it works, because some of these parts you can see because we have only one view. And because of that, I'm just spending a lot of time to design some of this thing. What's behind it, right? So I will show you what already done, because some of these parts I hide from viewport because it's lagging a bit. Like you can rotate, but it's really slow because the scene is really heavy. Okay, let's hide the legs for now. This is character. Oh, it's a zooming. Don't zoom. This thing. See, it's laggy. And I forgot about what is this thing? Folder. There I go. Here, folder. And so laggy, but that's good. Let's do that. So a lot of parts is done. I just hide from the scene because it's a disaster. It's heavy, 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 heavy. Because you have scratches, you have damage of the metal, and this is like one mesh, decimated part. But at the end, I'm going to translate this all stuff into low poly and then add UVs. And guess what? 80 millions of reducing, like, of parts which was decimated. And this end, it's decimated to 2 millions, but originally it's about 30 millions as original. But I decimated and merged all the subtools in one just because I need to see visually if it's like okay or work good with the whole character. And plus because the scene, like one scene in ZBrush, it's going to really high, and and after that I just started like decimate all these parts, like all these parts. Some of this not decimated, but they really low resolution. This one not low. It's so, and then I just like, oh, okay, I think I need to start like decimate, combine them together, and hold the folder and hide this because it's done. I don't want to touch this anymore, but because it's too much details and I need to do that. But it's really hard to manage all the subtools in this scene, so I just start like manage this thing, combine them, and reduce the poly count. Well, yeah, I use folders, but sometimes something would happen, and like if I'm in the folder working on some subtools and then duplicate the subtools, it duplicate all the folders. Can you imagine that? I did this in yesterday in previous stream. So I work on something, I duplicate it, it duplicates 3 times, and I've got like, oh, why I have like 3 folders with the same things? That is not what I want. That's not what I like to see, because it's too heavy. And this is legs from this character. Bunny shoes, feet. All this juicy parts, juiceness. But it will be really fun to texture this thing because there's a lot of cool details, and it will be really interesting to play with this stuff at the end. And she has this little tail, fluffy tail. I'm not sure if it will be fluffy, but maybe something durable, some durable tail, this durable material. Neck. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. looking back, what was the name of the Redshift plugin?
The heck? You guys,
let's see.
there were...
Let me find this. Let's do that. Let's hide. Play sneaky movements right now. Okay, let's see. Redshift. Okay. Python. We see that. So this is from okay. zBrush. Boom. Let's see. So this is the guy. You can just Google it. So he's a character artist, and he used a lot Redshift. And thanks for like that to use this thing a lot to create this plugin, because he did this because, you know, it's useful. Yeah, you can just buy it and download all the stuff, the plugin. The settings of how to install this plugin kind of overwhelming, but it's fine. It will be fine. Plus, it's kind of messy website to understand where is what and how to install it. Wait, I need to turn off my scripts. How to click on this thing? Can you click it? It's not doing anything. Oh. Tools. Isn't doing anything. Yeah, so you can find everything, like tutorial how to install. So this guy prepare everything, like step by step, in video, in the text. So it's easy to understand how it works, how to apply, and everything in one place. So he explained everything, and this is good. Plus, he still working on this plugin and update or do something, you know. But one thing, it's only for like Maya, like full version of Maya, not light. So it will works only for normal Maya version. I was trying to find where's this thing, like all stuff. And also you need to like download by yourself all this HDRI map from different websites because it's free, and all this package. But you will find all the settings here. I mean, not settings, but links where you need to download this HDRI. This one is really good, by the way, the Heaven. Like them. So yeah. You have a lot. Well, and still be fine to like play with them and try them. If you're going to. Yeah. Plus, I need to check for update.
Okay,
maybe.
so now that we've got those presets installed, let's just come in here and do our confirmation that Arnold has loaded. Now, that's working. Just some controls here.
If he update, updated or not.
We've got our background visibility, so
So, yeah. Arnold. Oh, by the way, you can use Arnold if you need. So this plugins works with Arnold and with Redshift. You can switch it. So you just choose like, oh, I want to use render Redshift or like Arnold, and that's it. And use this presets and lights tool.
Hi everyone, well Maya 2019 has arrived and we now have Arnold.
It's on June 17,
Exciting feature, and just at the start
September.
I'm
Oh,
going to go through a little bit of an overview
okay.
of this tutorial. I am using zootools as well.
Yep.
Scrub through that. The thing I'm going to do is just the limited. I'm finding this really quite stable. There is a crash about halfway through this video, but I did a few hours of testing, and for a new feature like this that I am.
So yeah, some of this video he explained new feature of this zTool plugin to make it more flexible for artists and like customize your own menus and stuff, you know, to like drag and drop menu or buttons like ZBrush style. So he doing this thing. And I'm waiting. Oh, as I remember, he posting update on Facebook, I think. But yeah, it's a cool tool. It's a really cool tool. It's reduced a lot of time, and you know you don't need to spend time do this when you have like presets and stuff. You know, much easier. It's like a breathtaking, you know. No, you're breathtaking. Oh man, I can't wait when I will finish this character. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't wait when I like start low poly, like create low poly, like rebuild all this stuff. Oh man, this feeling is cool. That feeling is a really cool feeling because it's really close to texturing and it's really close to render and it's really close to time when you can rotate your character and you know look on these details. I will try to rig this character really fast. I have some. Um, I will show you. Wait. I will show you the world. Because I'm not a animator, you know, I'm not a rigger. And because of that, I don't really want to spend time to learn how to animate or rig. I know how to rig, and I know artists who do only rig, and I know how it's painful and what the quality should be if you want to be a rigger or animator. So I don't do that because I understand the quality. Right, let's see how it calls. It's called this thing, right? Months or years sometimes. I just Google if someone create new tool for auto rig or something, right? So I use this thing. It's a EK for Maya, for Max, for Cinema, 3D, for whatever. Autoskin. It's fun and fast. You can spend 1 hour or 2 hours to rig your character easily. I did, and I have fun actually, and not like boring process. I mean, it is boring process kind of, but still it's fast. You don't need to, you know. So I'm going to rig using this tool for rigging. But if you ask how about animation, well, I don't know. Maybe I will try to learn how to animate. But I'm not an animator. I can't get the same quality as people do who just spend whole life being an animator. Plus, this bunny looks like Overwatch character, so maybe I will ask someone who do animation for Overwatch and ask, hey dude, can you make this character move please? That will be awesome. So see, all these buttons really like on one panel, it's easy. Plus it's symmetry, so you just click one button, you can like like move all changing from the left side to the right side, like after drawing weight, or if you want to change the bonds, right? But one problem with this tool is if you want to change the bonds, like if you put something in the wrong position and you need to move it, you need to redo everything again, like everything, like create rig, after skin, and then you need to paint all this thing. But I like this stuff. Like you can bend, like project attachments. Like if your character has like different attachments, you can say like, oh, this thing on the chest, or this thing it's a like glove, or it's a skirt. It's like reproject this thing. It's easy to attach, but you can attach it by one click. But this part of the model will be on the socket. I don't remember how we call this in Maya, but it doesn't have any weight map, which means if you will export your character to Unity and then from the Unity to VRChat, all attachments what you attach to the character, they doesn't have weight, which means they will just fly away. And that means you need to go back and like select this mesh and manually paint them. But yeah, if you're going to make just pose or animation in Maya, it's fine, so it works. See? Then you can switch to another character, like different type of character, different mesh, scale, size. And do the same. And plus, this plugin using some of the feature from AutoRig, like default AutoRig from Maya. So yeah, and they still working on this plugin. They want to add animation for face, like face rig. That would be awesome. So for now you have only body part, but next update will be face, like facial animation. It's really easy. Well, at least you can like put your character in a pose. So yeah, I use this tool to export some of my characters into VRChat. I tested this stuff. Yeah, easy. Like all the scripts in one panel. It's an IMAX for Maya, aka Max. It's not only for Maya, it's for different tools. Wait, why I can select it and copy? Copy. Act. Yes. Yeah, if you are interested. Here. AK Max. It's on 3D total. Here. Rick in a second. Well, it's not seconds. Avoid the tedious shit. True. It's actually true. For Maya, for 3ds Max from Cinema 4D. For Blender, for what else? For Modo. And that's it. Yeah. Oh, it's a does to my. Oh, alright. So, and plus, well, if you talk about animation, first thing what get in my mind, I can use fast rig like this one to rig the character, and then I can use my camera to track my movements. So why I need to animate when I can like jumping in front of the camera and record all the stuff and then just clean up. I think that will be a bit faster if you don't know how to rig. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not test this thing, but maybe I will test this. Yeah, and so many really interesting tools and toy for playing to make art. And while talking, I don't know what to do with this one, this part. Let's say, let's just clone that and clone that. Oh. I'm just thinking how to blend this shape, because if I'm going to make low poly and make this visually move, but we need to do something. Plus, let's make this mic a bit lower because I'm yelling too much. I'm really close to the mic. Michael. Hi, Michael. Where's your Michael? Alright. What are we doing? I do that. Can I just weld it together? Just try to find cheap way, really cheap way to connect this thing. Well, I will say like, oh, it looks like this Neko headset. So just Google this Neko headset and see how it works. Let's see. Neko headset. Headphones, headset. Okay, cool. Well, it's not what I'm expect, but hmm, that's funny. Oh, it's 3D. Okay, it's really small and cute. Well, if I would like to get huge one, huge ears. What? 2K? It's a joke? Yeah. Alright. See you. Thank you for being here. Have a good night, have a good day, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh, it's MMD. Miko Miko dance. Dance rap. And, hmm. Maybe I just put this shape here. Screw that, you know. Just do that. Put this SMR right now. It's called an SMR. Or maybe it will be cute, but let me duplicate. Try. Here. Let's make this big. Actually, what time is it? Oh no, oh no, 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 no. I need to sleep. I need to go to sleep. I need to eat and sleep. Too much time for me. I just woke up today. Not early, but yeah, it's 8 hours. For me, it's just 8 p.m. But it's time to end. Wait, sorry, not 8 p.m. It's almost 9 hours I'm live, but for me it's 9 p.m., which means I have plus 3 hours to do something else before going to sleep. But as a plan tomorrow, I would like to wake up at 6 or 7 really early and start streaming. By doing that, I can stream about 10 hours with good job, with good work for 10 hours and end at 7 or 8 o'clock for my time. So yeah, I think I need to go. Oh no. If I'll not check the hours, I can sit for next day. I don't remember. Oh, what time is it? Okay. Oh, it's Friday, by the way. It's Happy Friday. But yeah, need to end the stream, unfortunately. And I need to save this file. Let's save the scene. But before saving the scene, I need to combine this thing because I did something. Maybe I will use this as a sketch, right? So let's just do this really fast. I'll delete this. Drop this thing here. Oh, maybe no. Let's keep this thing. It's too much, but enough. Merge that. Merge that. And let's insert this thing here. Insert here and save. Hey, we can save that. Alright, I'm going to end. I have to go. Unfortunately. But thank you for being here too with me. Listen my weird noise. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye. Good night. Night night.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mike Hermes at MH Tutorials.
Black because if we create a for my shot, but if you use After Effects or even Photoshop for a still, it will also work as well. So let's open Maya. Okay, first I will show you what is the shot I have or the effect we are going to create. So basically it's these reflections you see here and this like glowing effect and how the light reflects on the, so in order is something I took from or a background. Default you will be on RGB, so just change to HSV. Color you choose as your primary color, so we will choose the same. And if you go to these values, probably by default you will be on RGB, so just change to HSV and you will have a top value. Like if you see here, you cannot go further than one if you just slide this little bar here, but you can just type. So I will just type right now. I will just type I don't know 8, and we will see how it works with that. One thing, you must be rendering with mental ray, so make sure you are in mental ray. In quality, uh, by default, I think this tab is not showing, so just make sure you have this activated and show advanced settings, so you can go to, because we will be the final gathering, so make sure you have show advanced settings. Then you will go to the legacy options and active final gathering. In this case I have already 100 because I just moved the values from my last scene, but I think this by default it comes something by like 5 or even less. I am not sure, but we will try like the default. I will just put my sphere closer to my floor to see the actual effect. If it's too far, it will show as well, but it will be not so much intense as if we put it closer to the floor. So I will just put it on the floor, and yeah, I will just render this and see what we got so far. Again, make sure it's mental array and make sure you have raw input in your render. So right now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's there, but it's really slight. So I want to be the reflections. I want to be stronger. So I will go to my clean material, and again I go to this value, and I will just type now probably 50, and I will see how it works. Okay, so now we have more, and this will depend on what you want to create. In this case, probably this is fine for me. You can see here. Okay, right now I take a look on the alpha. You will see only white because I have this plane with alpha set to 1. But actually, how you will compose this is if you go to any compositing software, you will set this as a screen. So then you will remove all the black and you will only keep the light that is here. So you can just play more with these values. 50, I will just type 80. We will save this render again. So now we will see the difference. So now you see it's slightly stronger. Also, if you see the quality here is not so good, or is really bad, and that's because the the settings I put on my final gathering, the accuracy is like really low. It's a really low value, 5. I am not sure what is the default, but I think it's something like 5 or 10. So I will just go really high, like 100. Again, I will save this image. I will render it. This time, of course, it's going to take a little bit longer because I just put the values higher. But actually, it didn't took that longer. This render took 5 seconds, and the other one took 4. And you can see here the huge difference. So this is a way better quality than the other one, and you will see this when you use it on your composition. You will see a high difference between these two. So make sure you have a nice value and a nice smooth line in here. So of course you don't want to see this thing on your render because probably you will render this on a different layer. So a really quick thing to do is like you just go here. Sorry for the noise. I don't know what is going on the street. Sorry for that, guys. Yeah, so you will go here, open the attributes, go to mental rate. Go to the shape, go to render stats, and go to deactivate the primary visibility, and then you will have the same effect, but you will not see the actual object that is creating the light. So this is one thing. This works when you have like one single object, but what if you have multiple objects like on the scene I just showed you? You will want to go and window relationship, general editors, attributes, spreadsheet. And in this case I just have one, but just select all the objects you don't want to show in your render. Go to render and go to primary visibility with all the objects selected, and just turn here 0 to turn off the visibility, or 1 to turn on. So just do that if you have like multiple objects. So yeah, that's one thing. But also what you might want to do is to mask this light. So it will be really useful that you just render this object on a different layer, and then you just have this as your primary light. And as I said, I will composite this as screen on your whatever you are using. In this case I am using Nuke. As you see here, this is the lighting layer I took from Maya. I just did some small things. I tuned the light in a slightly more blue lining than here. It was totally green, so I want to use it like more blue. And as you can see here, I just use it as a screen. So yeah, you have here your normal beauty pass or your floor or whatever you're using, and then you have here your screen lines, because as you must be like in Photoshop, you use the same thing, the same method. Like if you have totally black and if you use a screen, the black will be 0 and the white will be 1. And if you have the other way around, like you just want to remove white and you just want to keep the blacks from your image, you will use a multiply. But I guess you already know that it's like really basic stuff, like probably you already know from Photoshop. So yeah, just go and do that. Go and try to create your lining passes and just play around with Photoshop, After Effects, Nukes, or whatever you're using. So yeah, that will be the really quick tip. I hope you find it useful, and yeah, again, if you want to see more, just keep it tuned, because I will be uploading at least one tutorial a week. So yeah, have fun doing your mental ray lining. So see you soon, guys.
The Create 3D Characters preference professionals use in a simply download the zip file and with Maya closed, replace your preferences folder. You'll find full install details on this page with all the directory paths for both PC and OS X. If you haven't downloaded Maya already, we've also included install instructions for Pixar's Renderer RenderMan, which is also free for non-commercial use. Free for non-commercial options for Pixar's Renderer RenderMan. If a shelf icon isn't installed by default, then a window will pop up, the link and install instructions. Simply download